everybody. Crypto Whiskey here, bringing you some useful information. The Nasdaq Composite and several of the other indices are not looking good. What you're seeing here is the yearly time frame. Each one of these candles is 1 year, 12 months, and if you look, not nice. Dead not nice at all. There's a long-term historic trend line that we've been riding for years, dip below and pop right back up. What I don't like is we've had this huge bullish, bearish engulfing candle on last year. Now we've opened up a little green, but we're setting and riding that line tight while we're showing waning positive momentum. As this positive momentum falls, that candle's going to go with it. And if we break this historic trend line, I don't see any reason that we can't go back down to right around 7,000 on the NASDAQ. And worst case scenario, like all out, end of the world type stuff, 4,000 to test this previous high back from 2000. Just not looking good. That's the 12-month. That kind of gives you an overall macro picture of where the economy, where the markets, where the world's headed. And that's just the NASDAQ. We can hop over here and look at the S&P 500 and we seeing the same thing. This last year was a massive red candle, and we're losing lots of positive momentum. I think same thing here. If we want to see a possible bottom, unless the Fed steps in and performs some kind of miracle, I think you're looking at 2685, 2700 for a bottom. So we're not there yet. This just looks horrible. This is nasty. And you see, we normally have multiple years of any kind of major downturn, and that's what we're in. This is a recessionary environment coming. You've got to keep that bearish bias until the charts say otherwise. Into the world, like it's all burning, we're looking at 1595. And if it gets to there, this is the least of our worries. I mean, you're going to have $25 a carton eggs. Gas is going to be $18, $20 a gallon. We're all going to be unemployed and probably rioting in the streets and fighting over bread. I mean, I just don't see that happen. I think the Fed will save us by then, but if they don't get their foot on the gas now, we're getting real close to this being out of control. The only shining hope is the Dow Jones. Even though we started off with such a terrible red candle, we managed to get the yearly candle back above the 200-day moving average and open a new year candle above it. So that's a pretty nice wick there. You can see the COVID crash low. It wicked down to 18,373, where I suspect that at some point we've got to turn and go back and test that again. We may not. It may just continue to run. As you can see, this is an 11-year-long uptrend. So, but we're losing positive momentum. So I'm not real sold that this is going to continue to perform. Industrials have outperformed tech by far. But their day is coming if this continues on. If the Fed doesn't just really rip the Band-Aid off and crush us for a few months, I mean horribly a few months, then it's going to turn into just a nagging injury for the next year or two. But if there's one video you watch to get a perspective of where the markets are going, there's no bullish sentiment here. This is all the most bearish you can be. So any trading you're doing, guys, if you're in our Discord or if you're following our morning watch list for trades, you've got to approach everything with a bearish bias. The way I tell everybody is, I'm not looking for the needle in a haystack. I'm just shoveling hay all the way down. If I get pricked one day, 1 week, so be it. I found the needle. Throw it away and keep shoveling hay until it's all gone. And that's the way it is. And this downward market is your hay. Just keep shoveling it. Keep taking that bearish bias and continue to trade to the downside until we get solid confirmation that it's over. And the Fed's not hinting at that yet. So we got to keep a close eye on the Fed. Watch your DXY. It's looking pretty sketch too. I mean the DXY, your dollar is just had some major upwards movement, and every time the dollar goes higher, the markets go down. Remember that. So quick little video just to kind of give you a macro perspective. Discord link is in the description, and hope to see y'all soon.